Yeah, good evening, everyone. So let's start the class. See the first question. Discuss the geophysical characteristics of circum-Pacific zone. Circum-Pacific zone is also called as Pacific Ring of Fire. So what are its geophysical characteristics? That is the question. Take a couple of minutes. First of all, what do you mean by geophysical characteristics? And then define the geophysical characteristics of Pacific zone. Yeah, good points, Shanta Prasad and Rajni. So basically, what are geophysical characteristics? So geophysical characteristics means what are the, where is the location, what are the reasons for formation, what are the other characteristics like if there are any volcanoes, any earthquake prone areas, what are the hotspots, and what are the prominent plates which are present in this area. All these come under the geophysical characteristics. So geophysical characteristics of circum-Pacific zone. So basically the circum-Pacific zone, also called as Pacific Ring of Fire. It's Pacific Ring of Fire. It is there along the path of Pacific Ocean. Okay, and it is mainly having, it is a hotbed plate for volcanoes and earthquakes. So in the body, you'll draw this, it's basically horseshoe shaped if you see. So just this is the Asia side. Okay, and then here comes the Australia, North America, and somewhere here it is a South America. So this is circum-Pacific zone. Also called as Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay, and here is your Nazca plate. Okay, this is North American plate, and this is Eurasian plate, and this is Australian plate, and this itself is a Pacific plate. Since so many plates are intersecting, one of the characteristics is this is a zone of subduction. This is zone of subduction. So first characteristic, zone of subduction. So due to plate tectonics at Pacific Ring of Fire, subduction happens. And various phenomena like volcano and earthquake occur. And then next is formation of archipelago. Archipelago means group of small islands. Okay, because so this is again due to repeated subductions along plate boundaries. along plate boundaries lead to bits and pieces islands. Example, Indonesia. It's an archipelago. And a hub for earthquakes, volcanoes, and tsunamis. Around 80% of these natural phenomena occur at this Pacific Ring of Fire because it is prone to plate movements, thereby for seismic activity. Some of the volcano mountains like Fuji in Japan, Krakatau Island in Indonesia are examples of this. And also formation of hotspots. Formation of hotspots, and because of volcanic activity, the magma is present in this area, which is leading to lot of heat which rises up, and this heat facilitates melting of rock and comes to the upper portion of mantle, and then this obviously gives sometimes to the volcanoes. So that is hotspot. So apart from this, you can say, apart from above, the Pacific Ring of Fire provides for some of the largest deposits of natural resources like oil, etc. And also it has some of the deepest trenches. Example, what is the trench name? Okay. And then finally conclude by saying, so this particular geographical area has lot of significance with regard to evolution of continents, plate tectonics, and also interior of Earth. Clear? Yeah, convergent zone, trenches. Some more points can be added, Anil, as we discussed. Some more points can be added. Fine. See the next question. Briefly mention the alignment of major mountain ranges of the world and explain their impact on local weather conditions with examples. Yeah, good points, Rajni and Shanta Prasad. Yeah. So basically, what is the question? Briefly mention the alignment of major mountain ranges of the world. This is the first part of the question. And explain their impact on local weather conditions with examples. Okay. Impact on the local weather. So there are two parts of the question. First is the alignment of major mountain regions in the world. So they are asking you alignment of major mountain ranges and then impact on local weather conditions. Fine. So obviously the introduction is, so basically what are these mountain ranges? So mountain ranges are generally, range means it's a chain of mountains. Chain of mountains which are existing from similar point in time. That means most of them belong to same age, same group. So that is the importance. Okay. So basically what are the major mountain? First part is the major mountains of the major mountains of the world, major mountain ranges of the world. So basically we know obviously in India. So here now for these world questions you have to draw the world map at least to the closest possible way. This is your Europe and then this is Asia. Okay, this is the India we have, and then here Himalayas are the major mountain range. Here there is in Africa. In Africa, the prominent mountain range is Atlas here, and in North America we have Rockies. Okay, and then we have the Appalachian, and in Europe here we have the Alps mountain ranges. Here we have Ural mountain ranges. So all these are important mountain ranges. Just show them roughly and then you can name them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the mountain ranges. So what is the impact of these mountain ranges? The question is impact of mountain ranges on local weather condition. Local weather condition. So you take each and every condition and then they are asking example. So first you take the impact of local weather conditions. First, if you take the temperature of local weather. When snow mountains are present, the local weather tends to be very cold. Example, Himalayas. On the contrary, you can also say they act as barriers. Example, Himalayas acting as barrier against the cold Siberian winds and trying to have a moderating influence on Indian weather, especially North Indian weather. Okay, and then precipitation. Precipitation basically means rainfall. They act as barriers to the clouds, thereby ensuring precipitation. And within that precipitation, there are two sides. One is the windward side, when another is the leeward side. Windward side and then this windward side is generally fertile areas with abundant rainfall, while the leeward side becomes arid and then thereby turns into deserts. Example, the cold desert, which is the Gobi Desert. Gobi Desert. Gobi Desert. Okay. And then with these are also many rivers. When many rivers start their flow, okay, many rivers originate at this point. So near the Himalayas, many great rivers like Ganges originate, which define the local livelihood as well as sometimes weather also. Livelihood and play role in hydrological cycle. Hydrological cycle. And then they also give rise to some local winds. We all know near the Alps, some local winds like Mistral, okay, Chinook, etc. are there. And near to the Africa, a local wind called Sirocco near Africa is generating. So these local winds play a prominent role in defining the temperature, moisture of local area. So finally, you can conclude saying that the mountain ranges have significant impact on the local weather conditions and also provide livelihood to many people with their resources and also have lot of biodiversity. Hence, they need to be protected to ensure they continue to play important role. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sumant, you have written? Rajni, you have written? Good. This is enough. If you can draw world map like this, it is enough. This precipitation. Air pressure. Okay. Okay. Good. Fine. See the third question. Bring out the causes for formation of heat islands in urban habitat of the world. Yeah. Yeah, good points, Rajni. So basically, the question is like this. Causes for formation of heat islands. Causes for formation of heat islands in urban habitat. So what are the causes for formation of heat islands in the urban habitat? So in the introduction, you can start with the statistics that in India, the urbanization is increasing, and it is said that around 50% of population will be in urban areas by 2050. Same is the case around the world, which is seeing increased urbanization. Increased urbanization. Okay, in the body you will write, directly come to the point, because I see this is a 150 word answer. So straight away you will come to the core demand of the question, which is the root causes. Causes for heat islands. Formation of heat islands in urban habitat. So what are the causes? Mainly the vehicular movement and their pollution generates tremendous heat. So this is one cause. Loss of green cover due to expansion. You take case of any urban city, for the sake of expansion there is loss of green cover. Hence, the average temperature increases, causing the heat island. And then the concrete jungles, that is huge skyscrapers which are not having proper ventilation and no proper greenery. They are one cause of urban this thing. Then lot of construction and the construction material used is going to cause the urban heat island. And then encroachment of water bodies, blockage of natural drainage. This leads to no cooling medium or no cooling source, and then this leads to heat generation. And then lot of industries emitting pollutants generates heat. And usage of electronic gadgets and electrical equipment like ACs, coolers, etc. generates lot of heat, and this also creates the impact of heat. Fine. So though it is not asking, the question is not directly asking you for solutions, just give some solutions like this. Say increase of green cover, green buildings to be promoted, promoting public transport to reduce pollution, regenerating water bodies, okay. And then what else could be the solutions? Vertical gardens, you can call vertical gardens, and so on and so forth, okay. And then in the conclusion you write, as we witness more and more urbanization, the need of the hour is to ensure that our cities can sustain these migrations, for which sustainable growth is the only way forward. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, Sumant, you have written this answer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, material used, the lake of operation, vehicular emissions, dense population. Yeah, population density also you can write. Population density in urban areas is very high. You mentioned the side heading as solution, Sumant. and then you have to write the conclusion. You have merged both of them, but these should be separate, and then conclusion. Okay, Sumant. I think Sumant is not there. Yeah, but you have to plan your answer, Sumant. So plan your presentation and plan. So this is the common feedback to you. You are having content, but you are unable to fit that content in 150 words. So the answer will look incomplete. Okay, work on it. Okay, work on that aspect. Fine.
Sir, what if we write adverse effects, then solutions in conclusion part?
What is the adverse effects you want to write here?
Like
They are
heat
asking you
related
the
hazards.
causes. See, causes. So if you want to write adverse effects like how they are impacting the health, and how they are creating the climate change, global warming, you again take this approach only. Don't use more space. This approach is the best approach. It is 150 words, and hence I wrote solutions like this to just explain, how you can manage space. If you write this instead of 10 lines, you have written everything in this small diagram. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You want to add adverse effect, you just again draw a diagram 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all. Solutions 1, 2, 3, 4. Conclusion. Because the core demand of the question is again causes. Please remember that.
Yes, sir.
See the last question. The states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand are reaching the limits of ecological carrying capacity due to tourism. Critically evaluate. So obviously you need to define, start the answer by what is ecological carrying capacity, explain with regard to these states, and then carry on. Take 2 minutes. Yeah, good points, Rajni. Yes, Suman. So carrying capacity refers to the maximum biological population an ecosystem can sustain. Very good. So it is directly having relationship with ecological footprint also. Okay. All these terms are interrelated in the environment and ecology. So the question is, why these places like J&K, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand are reaching the limits of ecological carrying capacity? First point. And so the question says, what is the question? Just let me see once again. So directly they are saying due to tourism. The question itself says due to tourism, and then critically evaluate. So this is the question. So obviously in the introduction, give the definition of ecological carrying capacity. So ecological carrying capacity is the population an ecosystem can sustain. An ecosystem can sustain. Beyond which it crumbles. Beyond which it crumbles. Okay. So that is the important thing. And then in the introduction on it, you can write due to growing tourism, some ecologically sensitive areas are on verge of reaching their carrying capacity limit. Draw an India map if possible. So you just mark this entire area. This area is a Himalayan area and generally ecologically sensitive area also. So what are the reasons? So now come to the reasons. Main one is the unsustainable. He has given in the question only tourism. So the tourism is growing day by day, but the tourism is not sustainable as it is creating a impact on the local ecology. Okay, example, the unsustained tourism in Uttarakhand, okay, in pilgrimage and in some places like in Srinagar, Gulmarg, which is a very sensitive area, the tourism is increasing, leading to the ecological footprint. And next is huge vehicular movement. In these natural areas. It is generating lot of pollution. This pollution is leading to the melting of glaciers and thereby the entire ecosystem is disturbed. Lot of construction activity in the name of development, like roads, tunnels, dams, which is creating disturbance to the natural balance. And then the development is leading to deforestation, which is leading to the soil erosion and impacting the stability of this ecosystem. And finally, all these are places are in the zone 4 and zone 5 of the seismic areas of India, and any disturbance will create landslides or earthquakes. Further, you can say what is the impact of these causes: loss in life, loss in biodiversity, natural disasters, man-made disasters, climate change, and then solutions or way forward. This we have discussed during landslide also. Implement the UNFCCC recommendations. Ecological and sustainable tourism. Need-based development, not forced development, need-based development. Taking the help of local community in preserving the nature. Afforestation. And finally, generation or creation of awareness. Finally conclude that these, okay, you can also say ecologically sensitive zones can be declared. These ecologically delicate areas are important indicator of the sustainability of our planet. The need of the hour is to preserve them. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shanta Prasad, did you write them?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Yes. Yes, Rohtang Pass is a good example. Blanding plastic is good example. Yes. You can take example of Western Ghats here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Conclusion can be slightly better. Okay, strict implementation of sustainable, okay, Himalayan ecosystem, that is good. So you can take, okay, I forgot this, center plus state synergy. Okay. And please mind, these are all special states. So they have to be given certain initiatives can be taken to preserve the ecology. So all these, these are all innovative measures which you can feel and write. So conclusion can be slightly better. Okay. But then overall answer is good. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Shanta.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, can you feel font size increase now?
I have not concentrated. 1 minute. Because I am looking in a tab. For me, it was never an issue. Yeah. When compared to yesterday, it's definitely better. I'm just trying to, 1 minute. I'll just try to compress it like this and see how does it look in a paper. Yes. How come it is going like this? Okay, it is fine. Font size increase definitely. Okay, but then see, don't cramp up like this. Now to adjust your answer, you are cramping up. You have left this entire bottom page, but then you have cramped up here. Don't do this again. It doesn't look that good.
Okay, sir.
I'm not concentrating on the presentation part because that you can improve over hardly 2 or 3 writings. The main concentration is on the answer writing. Presentation tips I'll give when we are done with this particular exercise. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good night.